woman's this way. But I've met some real bad. I thought I'd get out of horse racing because they were drugging racehorses. And then I go working for women. They're the most narcissistic equestrians I've ever met. I'm sorry, not every woman is. Some women are good with horses. I've seen they bully the stable hands, they bully everybody. I had one bullying me as the barn manager at an equestrian farm. Girls are all right, but not her. And I went to an event show, and he's sitting there with Stetson on. Look at that bum. She was an elitist, and everything she said really bothered me. She said horses are stupid animals. And then she treated them like they were stupid animals. She had a crush on a guy in the Olympic riding team in Junior Olympic. He was a useless narcissist too. Was there out in the arena taking the reins. I've handled horses. I don't go like that. That's what's caused the horse business and people attacking equestrian sports. And all of a sudden, she came down, and you're going to do that again. I was tired of taking the bit out of the horse's mouth and seeing blood pouring out. And I was tired of her bullying me. And I said, no. You know, a narcissist will, if you put her into a box, like a barn, like a race box, she'll want to get the hell out of there pretty fast. No, she went upstairs and started crying. That's a narcissist. If they can't bully you, they can't control a horse. So I'm not a guy that hates women, but some women I will never work on their farms. I will not work for an owner of a woman. I will not ever, because I've had this before. They're just so narcissistic. When I was in college, I quit. I was no, she'll hire you. I don't want her. She said, "Look at her attitude. Yeah, she's gonna control me. I don't like her. Don't want her." So I just kept on walking on. And I'm finding not even out west. So you gotta do what I say. No, I don't work for the damn woman. So I think Bob Dylan was right. I'm not a woman here, but I don't work at Maggie's farm no more. I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm. I think Bob was right. They're narcissistic women in the sports industry. Not all of them. That's a generalization. I met some nice ladies. Don't work for that. They say I have friends that are equestrians and they're ladies, but they're not cruel like that. So where else did I meet narcissists? I got narcissistic damage. I ended up homeless because those kids, they're narcissists. They didn't care about me. They just threw me out of the house when my brother died to get the estate. So I ended up in a homeless shelter here, and oh God, she was a narcissist. I couldn't stay there. She was just wouldn't let me. Just so boxed in. And they hand you a little bit of food. It was candy wrappers and stuff. Really nice. And you can go out at 6 o'clock in the morning. Can't be in here. And they'd say, "What do you say? You're a narcissist." That's what I said to her. And I couldn't stay there. I was struggling. I'll never come back to Ontario. I'm leaving. Now I got a house. I've been here 4 years. I have to leave. I can't afford the place. No, it's not the rent. It's the food. They've raised the housing market around here so much, the narcissist. Isn't narcissism greed? That's another illness. But where does narcissism come in? These people that run these shelters, you got to be careful who you're hiring. They'll take a charity down, and they don't know who they're hiring. They take those jobs, and they love the power on people. Well, he's a man. I'm going to take him down because I had a rotten husband. Oh, it's really nice. I'm a divorced man. You made a judgment on me? You don't know anything about what I went through. I love my wife. But they make judgments. And I'll tell you something. I have no sexual desire for women right now. Am I gay? No. When I get a narcissistic attack. And scammers being. I was just wondering, what's causing my sexual... I always had a good libido as a man. But what's causing this to go down? Scammers online, living by myself, feeling insecure. So, does narcissism do harm? I'm reading it does. I was sleeping out in the cold. A guy died in the cold, a young guy. I said, what the hell did you put that in there for? So I had to do something about it, and I got her fired by unintentionally. I called one of my party members because I'm Green Party. I've never been homeless. And I said, they're killing people. She's a narcissist in there. They reported the Human Rights Board, and it's over. It's over. She's fired. Good, but they'll hire more. So I don't like shelters. BC got rid of the shelter system. They're not a solution. Food banks are, yeah. Low density housing. I'm planning to place up in Alberta. I'm going to live out there. So I get on my feet and get money back. Everything's been just taking me down. There's no justice in Ontario. There never has been. Is that narcissism? Nah, it's crime. It's crime. So I came back and I think I got exposure treatment. I got exposure. Am I mentally ill? I'm traumatized. I'm in the trauma zone. I was all right out west. And now I'm really traumatized. I'm getting back. I never thought I couldn't get help. And I've been living on the food bank. You can't come around and help me. No, I'm eating. Mayo sauce and a little bit of noodles. Because the damn companies are taking me down with I'm trying to start a business. No funding. Nobody helps anybody. I'm going to get rid of, not put money in the bank. I'm going to go into a credit union. And that supports the community, not these corporate greedy bastards that put them into commodity markets. I think credit unions are better. They put it into the community. I'm micromanaging boring stuff. Well, it helps the community. So you got less crime. I don't think much of commodity markets, especially housing commodity markets. I think it's a narcissistic thing. They don't care about people. Is that narcissism? Greed? Blindness? A society that doesn't look around them what they're doing with raising the housing market? I hear a lot of people saying it's true, though. I don't think so. I think it's the whole collective of greed. I work for a living. I never had housing problems like this. I was in horse racing until that went down. I was just flooding the market with junk money from criminals. So we cleaned it up, but half the tracks closed down. Too late, too soon. Well, what's going to happen in Canada because of this crime? The market's going to crash. Nobody will have anything. Crime rate's increasing, not going down. It's way up. So who's at fault? Ben Shapiro doesn't look at things right. He's looking at poor people on the street. But what's happening? Lawyers like that, Yapola, is raised the markets up so much. He's the enemy. Ponzi schemer, hedge funder, and banks crashing. So I hear you talking about Civil War. Well, he read a book when I was in Vancouver, Island. He said, I read it when I was riding the CP rail. He's a conductor. What'd you read? I read about the American Civil War. It's a banker's war. That's what's going on. Banker's war. You know, it was Abraham Lincoln. People hated him, and they had rebels and everything. That's what's going on now. Banker's war. They're all tethered to commodity markets, so oil and gas. And they tell you got to be careful too. So all the angry people they're the Confederates. And he got shot. That was Abraham Lincoln. Right, boof. But it was a banker's war. I think he's right. Was it a racist war? It liberated the North and the South, but yeah, remember they were outlaws in the end. They never really. They still ran around as outlaws. Confederates that lost. Gunslingers and outlaws. Instead, marshals going to clean up the place. But that's what's going down. History repeating itself. Bankers' war. Commodity markets are bubbling, crashing. So the first woman that got rid of the commodity market was in New Zealand, but she had to resign because of the hate. She got rid of commodity markets, free the farmers. Well, no, they make you look like they need that stuff. Well, you might have had them addicted, or you got guns pointed up. Market boards are terrible for farmers. Milk producers. I'm on to another topic. All over the place. But anyways, narcissism is a big problem. I won't work for a ranch with a woman running. Now, does that sound sexist? In the horse business, to me, I think it's the right thing. I don't agree with a lot of women's techniques. And I wouldn't work for no darn woman in the horse business. Because they're too extreme. They go do anything against anything to say. I can't work with them. E.P. Taylor said, this is Winfield. It's a long lane down there, but if you work for me or you work for your wife and you don't work for me, just walk down that lane and keep going. That's the way I am too. That's sort of sexist. No, it's a horse business. It's just that women get these different ways of doing things. He's a North Virginia horse whisperer. He just lost his wife took him to the cleaners. So what can you do, man? Men have their own way with horses. I'm not saying that Dan was mean to horses. He's a good horseman. But he didn't hold with her way. And she would beat him in the middle, and they got a divorce. A lot of men break up with their wives over horses. I mean, I don't know how you can marry a horse one if you got your own horsey way. Now, am I being stubborn? I think I am. I'm still in the old school, track school. I don't use shavings for horses. I put down straw. And I don't take a hose to the horse to walk them, water them down. I take a sponge and warm water, cool them off. And I do some of the old horse ways, like I don't like hot walkers. Yeah, they're walking them, cooling them down, put cooler on them, cooler out, lower temperature down. Give them a few sips of water. I don't like hot walkers. I think that's garbage. I wouldn't use a hot walker on a hot horse. I don't like that stuff. Just get a kid out there and walk the horse down. Just want to race. He's champion. First appreciation. Boxer, he spot us around. Might be a young cowboy there with the champ. That's an honor. I'll walk a horse in the back of a track after he's won a great race. It's an honor. As a groom, I never thought of that. When I was grooming horses and rubber or Stratford, it's an honor. I just thought as a little boy, wasn't training them or making the big money. And I got thinking about that years after. Hey, whether you like doing that. I was a champion. I had my picture taken with racehorses. Secretariat's groom was so amazing. It wasn't in that movie. And I just watched that horse take off. He said, wow. Hold on, Johnny. Wow. Secretariat. He had a personal relationship with that horse. And he told people what he was like when he'd lose a race. So I think the opposite. Like, here we go. We'll get back north. People that tack up a horse and brush him down aren't the elitists that get up there and get a leg up by some poor slave. Yeah, they appreciate what they're doing, working at the horse and back him up yourself. Give him, do the girth up, strap him up. When you brush down a horse, it humbles you. If you're bossing the barn manager around to tack up your horse and be a little bitch, they're not the type of questions I like. I like a girl that spends time with her horse. I like brushing her down. She's a nice horse. Yeah, you're a little hug too. That's not a narcissist. That's a good horse girl. There are two classes of people there. I used to see events and they'd be jumping on a fence. You're four refusals. It's a cross country course. Yeah. Go off. Another young woman comes over. She clears the oxer. She's up over the jump and she's patting her. You're a good girl. Love you. Oh, she goes. No narcissism. So what affects narcissism is no love. The ego. The human ego. It's as simple as that. Human ego, no art, just grasping and greed. And, it's an illness. But then the greed is an illness, isn't it? And it paints the whole picture wrong. All rich people are evil. Not true. All horsemen beat horses, drug race horses. Not true. All equestrians are narcissists. Not true. All people that drink are drunks. What's their narcissism? Is this the generalization narcissist? Generalizes everything. I have a hard time with generalizations. I hear them on here. Drunks. Anybody that drinks is going to kill you. Depends how much. There's always there's no in betweens. It's just wrong. And the guy that ejaculates sperm, he's such an evil man. Shame on you, she says. Anyways, that's another semen release. Women like that, no man can get a semen release. So, I don't really like her. She's just so toxic. She's teaching Shane. So I studied psychology, and I thought I'd be a certified international psychologist when I get my courses back. And I think I might. I might have to take them on another program. And if I don't get my phone back, so I haven't got a number on it, it's really difficult. Nobody's standing up for me. No legal actions. I've run out of money to pay the lawyer, so I'm going to have to pack up and go and pay off the phone. You know, when you buy a phone and you go on a plan, you don't mind paying fees, but you don't like it when they won't fix it. I thought there was something up, but they said, well, we don't honor seniors. We don't give any discounts. But you sure don't fix phones either. Carriers have got really corrupt. I'm done with them. You know, you're paying faithfully on it. I've been paying 18 months. Actually, just there is, but it's just bad government. Institutionalized systems are getting too big. Corporations. I mean, it used to have a lot of carriers. Now we got nothing. So I'm on all sorts of topics. I got too much on my mind. I need to get away from here. I tried. I fell off the horse. I think I was watching videos on here. He got running track and he didn't make it. Oh, try it again. I think that's what I'm doing. I think I'm retreating against the Alamo. I can't live here. Being here 4 years, no legal action. Just a bunch of jerk lawyers that won't listen to me. I said the case. I can't afford to pay them. I'm packing up. Go back to Alberta and work there. Everywhere's conservative, so what are you going to do? You just get along with them. And if the money's cheaper out there, the taxes are less, which I hope, and I'll get more funds. I don't care if I don't care what politics it is, as long as I can get ahead. So I'll go out there and I won't fight. But I got something wrong with this place. People don't work. They're privileged. Jeez, I said, I need some insurance. You know what I have to do when they write back? Oh, I'm not doing that. It's too much to do. I put a bad mark on them, and then I get a message. Oh, anything we can do? Yeah, you can look up brokerage on this. I have to give them. No, she wouldn't work. Wouldn't look up the business insurance. Oh, I'm too busy. What? Going down to the toenail shop. You know, I said, you guys don't work. You should be fired. Oh, that's brutal. Why not? Some other person needs a job. Maybe she is fired.